Hey guys, thanks for coming and taking the time to watch this and listen to Jillian. I've learned so much from her in just the short time that I've been working with this group of ladies, and I can't wait for you to learn from her. You could be doing a million other things, and this means a lot to me that you would take this time to hear, if nothing else, about the products and what they can do for you. And Jillian can explain it so much better than I can. So I just want to give her the floor.
Okay, but first, I want to hear what you just said about what is going on with your numbers, because that's legit.
I got really excited. Okay, so I've been activating for a couple of years, and I noticed huge difference in my just like stress, being able to handle the huge amounts of stress in my life. Even my mom was like, "You seem like things just don't bother you the same that they once did." And so I've addicted to the product since then. But then the GLP-1 came and I was like, oh, I don't really know about adding another supplement to my life. And Rochelle talked to me, she probably remembers, and I was like, I can't do something else. But finally, but I've been getting my blood work done regularly for the last since November of last year. And my glucose was bad. I was like pre-diabetic, which is crazy because I'm not really unhealthy, but I'll have sugar highs and lows. And I've kind of always dealt with sugar issues, and diabetes and stuff kind of runs in the family. So um, I was like, well, I'll give the GLP-1. Plus, my cholesterol was really high. And I had seen that other people, it had helped with their cholesterol. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll try it for 2 months. I'll have the blood work. If nothing else, I can. And I don't know why I doubt, because, I've seen the products work. And this last blood panel that I had done, my cholesterol was like cut in half. My numbers are in the green now. Even the clinician that I telehealth with was like, your number, like, this is crazy. Your numbers are so good. And my glucose levels are in the green now. My sugars are stable. Just even my inflammation has gone down even more. It was kind of like um teeter-tottering, and it went down. So all across the board, things are looking really good. And my last period, I had no like sugar cravings, and that's when I really noticed it, really, because I really struggle with that during my time of the month, and I just didn't even want it. Like I just didn't even want it. It was just crazy.
I love it. And that's one of the things that I love. Like, there's people like me, I'll share my story here in just a second, but like, there's people like me that mine was dramatic. My change to my health and my entire life changed dramatically. But there's a lot of people where it's like, well, I mean, you don't feel high cholesterol, but
Hmm.
blood work doesn't lie. And it's so cool when it's like, okay, but this is the only thing that I changed.
Hmm.
And this is what's happening. Like, this is so cool. So, thank you for sharing that. I am Jalen Fisher and I live in Iowa. I have 4 kids. We live on an acreage. I homeschool. I'm actually going to share my screen because there's a really cute picture of my babies on there. Um, so, can you see this? I hope you can. Okay, let me see here. So anyways, we are talking about a company called Lifevantage. These are just disclosure things. These are my humans. They're the greatest in the whole world. My husband and I are 2 city kids that moved to the country 10 years ago. I was a respiratory therapist at a level 1 trauma center for 13 years. I loved what I did. I did flight team, NICU, PICU, ICU, cardiac SI, um, all the things. I was the person keeping people alive on life support. Sticking tubes down their throats and there when people needed it. And I loved what I did. But my friend had talked to me for a long time about these products. And I will tell you, I did not realize how much my migraines were controlling my life. I had had my first one when I was 8 years old, and I had been on prescription meds since junior high. and they were a Band-Aid. Every single pharmaceutical drug on the market is a Band-Aid. It has never, ever been created to cure, treat, or prevent anything. And I'm not going to say that these products cure, treat, prevent, or mitigate any disease process. But I will tell you that when you get to the root of a problem, your body is capable of doing incredible, amazing things. Um, so I'm going to share an ABC investigative report that aired in 2005. And it's super, super old, but it's also super, super relevant still today and super, super important. So listen for keywords. He's going to say things like oxidative stress and different disease processes. And then I'll come back and kind of fill you in on what's happened since.
Following is an ABC primetime investigative report that aired in 2005.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig.
Okay.
I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver.
This is pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body,
Leading to disease.
leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm it.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes.
Have you discovered the fountain of youth?
I wouldn't put it that way, but we may have discovered something that will tell us a lot more about how we age, what happens biochemically, and maybe how we can slow it down.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. Taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old. But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Have we turned back the clock? Well, maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed.
Okay. Let's click out of that. Okay. So basically, that ABC investigative report aired back in 2005. And at the bottom of the report, if you know anything about ABC and primetime investigations, they usually ended with a CEO going to prison and a company being shut down. And that is the absolute opposite of what happened with this investigation. Over $5 million worth of sales went through in the first 2 weeks, but he was a scientist in a lab. ABC investigation only gives you 24 hours to even let you know that they're coming to investigate you. And so he didn't have the infrastructure to mass produce this product. He did. So basically all of those orders went unfulfilled. About 8 months later, he did get this on the shelves of Rite Aid, GNC, Walgreens, selling as an antioxidant. And this is not an antioxidant, you guys. This is something that causes your body to produce its own antioxidants again. And so this is a publicly traded company. We're traded on the NASDAQ. The stock is doing great. You should check it out. But they were going to be delisted because they were selling less than a bottle per store per month. And so they were going to get shut down. So they hired an external consulting company. And that is why we are in this business model today, because the average person does not know what oxidative stress is. And there's nothing wrong with that. But we have education to give. We have information to share that is so important to your health. We live in the most toxic environment that Americans, actually, that the entire world has ever seen. We are exposed to 5G. We have environmental toxins like we've never seen. I live in the middle of a cornfield. You guys, it is toxic. They don't even ship certain water filtration systems to Iowa because of the chemical load that our soil and our water experiences here. So you get oxidative stress. You get this buildup of free radicals from the food you eat, from the water you drink, from the air you breathe, from too much exercise, too little exercise. My least favorite of them all is EMF 5G. It's insanely toxic to our bodies. But basically what it's doing is it's causing your cells to rust. Now, I'm a respiratory therapist. I love oxygen. Our world, our atmosphere is created of 21% oxygen. You need it to survive. Oxygen is a drug we give to people in the hospital. It's important. But if you cut open an apple and you set it on a countertop, oxygen hits that apple and it starts to turn brown. That's exactly what is happening in your cells. And if that browning doesn't get put into check by this pathway that I'm talking about, which starts to turn off about the age of 20, then things like oxidative stress build up. And when oxidative stress builds up, it's the root of over 400 disease processes. So when I started taking this product, and I never experienced the negative symptoms I had experienced my entire life, where I was laying on the couch, puking off the side of my couch 4 to 5 days a week because I was pregnant and I couldn't take my prescriptions anymore. I never experienced that again. Why? Because I was able to reduce the oxidative stress in my body. But people would say, oh, you found a miracle pill. And I'm like, no, there is no such thing as a miracle pill. But your body is a miracle body. And when it is given what it needs to live in a state of health, it does incredible things. But it does affect each person a little differently. You know, things like diabetes, atherosclerosis, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, COPD, asthma. These are all things that have a direct root cause of high oxidative stress in the body. So what I'm talking to you about is herbs. When I first saw this, I was like, oh, sweet. I take turmeric and I drink green tea sometimes. So I'm activating this NRF2 pathway thing that you keep talking about. And that's not the case. When you make cookies, you have a recipe. And if you mix up the salt and the flour, your recipe is going to be gross. That is the same thing with this. This is a recipe that this scientist devoted 40 years of his life to creating a combination that works. This is the only product in the world, both in the pharmaceutical world and in the supplement world, that can legally say that we reduce oxidative stress 40% in 30 days and 70% in 120 days. That is huge. There are multi-billion-dollar a year pharmaceutical drugs that try and activate this same exact pathway that we're talking about. And they have horrendous side effects. We do it naturally with 5 herbs, and it is so powerful. Most people now, after COVID, know what glutathione is. This increases your body's endogenous glutathione by 300%. So what does that mean? So we've all heard of antioxidants, right? We all know, like, oranges are good. They have antioxidants in them. If you eat an orange, there is a molecule of vitamin C in that orange. And one molecule of that vitamin C will kill one free radical in your cell before it's used up and it can't be used anymore. What Protandim NRF2 does is it turns on your body's naturally occurring superoxide dismutase and catalase and glutathione. Big long words to say your own body's antioxidants. There's external antioxidants and there's internal antioxidants. And what this is doing is it's turning on your internal ones. So that one molecule of catalase is going to kill 1 million free radicals before it's used up again. So a molecule of vitamin C is going to kill 1, or something your body produces can kill 1 million, which is huge because your body is being attacked trillions of times every second, whether you're eating, sleeping, resting, or working out, with this thing called free radicals. So when I was looking into this, I was super skeptical. I would not listen to my friends. I would not take this product for 2 years because we had everybody and their mother bringing their supplements into the emergency room, asking us if their product worked. And we'd put that product name into, the database of health, which is pubmed.gov, and nothing would come up. 0 things. Go type in the word Protandim into PubMed. So when I started researching this, I was like, okay, the American Heart Association, Louisiana State University, Washington State University, Harvard have all done their own self-funded research on this product. Fun fact about supplements. One is I don't blame them for not having peer-reviewed research, because if you're trying to cure something, if you're talking about a specific disease process, you can't do studies. You then have to be sold as a pharmaceutical drug. But also what people would bring in is a product that would say scientifically proven and highly researched, and there's no research, but they've thrown turmeric into the product. Turmeric is highly researched and scientifically proven to do incredible good things in the body. But they're not talking about the proprietary blend of the product doing what it says it's going to do. This product does what it says it's going to do. It reduces that oxidative stress 40% in 30 days. So what's NRF2? May become the most extraordinary therapeutic and most extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. This is a big deal, you guys. Like, people talk about their genetic pools all the time. And that means nothing. Only 2% of your DNA is coded at birth. The rest of it is affected, and you are affected either positively or negatively. And if you haven't read the book Good Energy by Casey Means, I highly recommend you go read it. She's our new Surgeon General. She talks about all of this stuff in there. So another pathway in your body. Sorry, I have a piece of hair that's attacking me. Another awesome pathway is called NRF1. So you have the NRF2 pathway in your body, you have the NRF1 pathway. This goes to the mitochondria of your cells. This is a totally different pathway. It's a totally different product, but it's an activator. Again, it's turning on your body to do what God intended for your body to do. Did you know you cannot have an autoimmune disease in the body without having a direct mitochondria dysfunction associated with it? So this NRF1 pathway goes to the mitochondria. It strengthens the mitochondria that you have. It makes them talk nice to each other. And if your mitochondria is sick, it dies. The last thing you want is for a unhealthy mitochondria to, instead of choosing to die, it mutates. That's what's happening all over the world right now. We do not want that. And then there's a last activator that's called NAD. And this is so, so important for your heart. So important for your heart. And if you have questions about this, make sure you get back with Bethany and we can get those questions answered. I'm going to fly through a few more things because this is a ton of information and it's going to feel like you're drinking from a fire hose. But I'm never going to prejudge anybody, because the person that brought this information to me could have looked at my life and been like, she'll only be interested in this, and left it at that. And she would have been so wrong. So I'm going to share it all with you, and then we'll get your questions answered. And then you can decide for yourself if this is something you're interested in or not. So another main product that everybody and their mother knows about is called collagen, right? If you go to Walmart, you can find 50 collagens on the shelf. Most of them are powder, which is no bueno. And I'll tell you here in a second why. But collagen is a structural protein of your body. And about the age of 30, your collagen production of your body starts to dramatically decline. This is why between the ages of like 35 and 42, usually everyone is like, I don't know what happened. My body fell apart this year. Like, they turn 38 and all of a sudden their body's just struggling. It's because that structural protein of the body is breaking down. And the body has said, okay, I'm done. I don't like this anymore. And so what we're doing is affecting all of the good things. Like, people take collagen for the physical aspect of what it does, but I take collagen for my gut, and I take collagen for my eyes, and I take collagen for my heart. It's so important for so many different parts of your body. And the external is just a direct reflection of what's happening on the inside. So if you're covered in wrinkles on the outside, there's a reason. Um, I will cover this real quick. I'm no skincare junkie. It's not my thing. But estheticians, their jaws hit the floor when they see this 22% decrease of crow's feet by 22%. What they create with Botox, which is botulism toxin, is a 21 to 23% decrease of crow's feet with Botox. And this collagen in the 8-week clinical trial did that with collagen. Nothing bad. Okay. So these are pictures of people that I know. This is my friend Maria. She lives in Arizona. Nancy Bryan's legs. Collagen is super, super important for hair growth. I'm going to fly through these. Post baby bellies. It's real. It's really real. This is my friend Shauna Loggy. She had been on a very, very expensive natural collagen for 20 years. So 2 full decades in this picture. She switched to our collagen, and this was 30 days later. Like, just dramatic. And the reason is because our collagen is the only collagen on the market that turns on your own body's collagen. Yes, there's collagen in it, but we have 10 types of collagen, not just 2 or 3 or potentially 4. I have yet to find a collagen on the market that has more than 4 types of collagen in it. But our bodies need so many different types of collagen to function. And the biggest issue is the liquid versus powder conversation. So powdered collagen is like you sticking a boulder in your stomach and you saying you have 5 hours to figure out how to break up this boulder and use it. Now go. Liquid is that boulder being crushed into little tiny pieces of sand and you saying to your body, okay, you have 5 hours to figure this out and use it. It's super, super bioavailable. So your body can utilize what's in it. I know I don't want to waste my money. If I'm going to spend money on something, I want to know that it is working. And when you buy a powdered collagen, the average absorption rate of a powdered collagen is 12 to 20%. That's a lot of money you're throwing away every time. So, another amazing kind of, I call it an activator because it's NRF2 activation on the outside of your body, NRF2 on the inside, NRF2 on the outside. Louisiana State University did a study on skin cancer. And they came back to the company after that study and said, you need to produce a skincare line because this product was amazing in this skin cancer study that they did. Hence, we have skincare. But people are doing the 15-minute, like, better than Botox challenge and seeing just amazing results. But this is all super, super clean stuff, you guys. The Think Dirty app, these tests as a 0 and a 1. Like my kids, I'll tell you real quick, the shampoo and conditioner smells like mint. They wanted to know if it tasted like mint. They ate it and it's fine. I didn't have to call poison control. It was fine. Our products are clean, you guys. So what you put on your scalp within 7 seconds, that toxic chemical can be pulled out of a blood draw. So if you put a new toxic chemical that prior to you putting it on your scalp was not in your bloodstream, you put it on your scalp within 7 seconds, it'll be coming out of your arm. Your skin is super, super absorbent. And so you want to make sure the products that you're putting on your skin are super, super clean. That means no more Bath and Body Works. Sorry, it's just no more. Okay, this is what Bethany was talking about. She added in our mind body GLP-1. And this is a huge buzzword in the world right now. In the synthetic world, it's, Wegovy, Mounjaro, semaglutide. Those are all GLP-1 agonists. They're synthetic. And what they do is they go into your body and they turn off all of your body's naturally occurring GLP-1 hormones that are produced in your gut. And they put in a specific doctor recommended, how they come up with the recommendation, I don't know, but doctor recommended dosing of a synthetic fake hormone. So this is why I have a lot of people coming to me and saying, I can't get off my pharmaceutical. It's costing me $800 a month. And whenever I go off of it, I explode. It's because now their body is producing no hormones of its own. So I have a lot of people that are switching to this naturally occurring GLP-1. This increases your body's GLP-1 hormone by 200%, along with a bunch of other hormones. I will never tell somebody you're going to get a synthetic drug result with a natural product. But I will tell you what I see over and over again is what you heard from Bethany. Massive decreases in cholesterol, amazing changes to blood sugar. Do you know that 10 to 15 years prior to somebody being diagnosed as a pre-diabetic, they have had an insulin resistance issue for a decade? That is a huge, massive mess up by the medical world, you guys. That should have been addressed 10 years ago, but they don't have a drug for that. So they address it when there's a drug. So this is incredible what this does. I'm going to just show you some pictures. My favorite thing in the whole world is that backs can't lie. You can't suck them in. Like, a back is real. That is a real change because you can't suck in a back. You can kind of suck in a belly, but you can't suck in a back. And so these are just some of the people that have had some amazing results. And I'm telling you what Bethany said, the lack of cravings, the lack of food noise. Like, food talks to you. And if you don't know what I mean, take that product and you'll quickly understand, oh my goodness, my brain is very silent and has room for many, many other things. It's so wonderful. Okay, my last favorite product I'm going to tell you about is called Axio. And when I saw that the company had a quote unquote energy drink, I was ticked because we had 17-year-olds coming into the emergency room almost on a weekly basis over the weekends, having massive heart attacks from the amount of energy drinks that they were drinking. And I was like, I want nothing to do with energy drinks. They're bad. They harm people. You guys, these are clean. I have been giving, my baby started drinking this when she was 2 weeks old because it's how I got her probiotic into her. And I kid you not, it's clean. It's safe. It's got B vitamin stuff that feeds the neurotransmitters of your brain. So this picture, I love this because spelling tests don't lie. It's very interesting. But this is a kiddo that has autism, and you can just see how his brain was functioning with Protandim, before Protandim and Axio. And this is just 2 weeks later. You can see that things are firing straight. The brain is able to get stuff done. People ask me all the time, how do you homeschool 4 children? It's called Axio. They drink it before school, and I drink it at 2 in the afternoon when I'm done with school and I need to get a million other things done. Like, this is so good, but you don't have the crash and burn afterwards. It's a clean, steady, focused energy, and you don't have to drink it every day. Also, there's so many different flavors. So you can mix it. You can use decaf, regular. The caffeine is green tea. So those are the products. And I will tell you, when I said my friend could have looked at my life and been like, this is all she's interested in, she would have, I know I would have missed out on a huge blessing from God. Because what she didn't know at the time, my husband was taking 22 credits in college to finish up a degree. And 2 weeks before our 4th baby was born, he was fired from his job with 6,000 people in one day and no notice. And I was done. I had told my friend I would never do this business. I loved the products. They had absolutely given me my life back, but I was like, I will never do a business. So I'm here to tell you this business is not for everybody. But if you are thinking of people that these products can help, let me tell you, there is a way to share this and a way to share it well. Just caring about the person standing in front of you. So if you want to be a customer, be a customer. We have an awesome customer rewards program. 90% of my business is customers, people who take the products and love the products. What we don't realize and what everybody needs to understand is it's not a matter of if life is going to happen. It is just a matter of when. And when our daughter went into the hospital at 6 weeks old with group B sepsis, today is her 8th birthday, by the way. She's 8. She's downstairs playing Frisbee right now with my husband. She almost died. Like, She had sepsis. She spent 3.5 weeks in the hospital. And you guys, life stopped. There are bills that you can't even imagine. Things happen in life. And it's just not a matter of if it's going to happen, it's just a matter of when. And I will tell you that the income I was making in this business was a massive blessing, because when I stopped working at the hospital, they stopped paying me. When I needed to step away from this business, it did not stop paying me, because people who take these products, they love them. They see it change their life and they take them. And so this continues to pay me for work that I get to do. So just a quick overview on this, because again, like I said, if this is something for you, get back with Bethany and we can talk about this. But what I came into this business feeling was, I'm going to prove it wrong. I don't think you can make any money doing this. And I think it's a load of crap. My husband and I got into a huge fight about this business. He goes, are you going to stop telling people about it? And I'm like, no, they need it, but I'm not going to do this. And he's like, yeah, you are. I was like, no, I'm actually not. I mean, it was probably in the top 2 fights we've ever had. And I finally said, fine, I will give this 90 days. I will be coachable. I will be teachable, and I will do exactly what I'm told to do. And really, we're just taught how to love people well. And what happened is I hit this rank of senior consultant 1 in 30 days, and I hit this rank of managing consultant 2 in 120 days. And I get to live life as an executive 1 consultant in this business. And it's not because I have any sales experience in the whole world. I don't. I'm really, really introverted. Like, this is a lot of peopling for me. And I'll go and sit down and be really quiet after this. But I know that this can help people, and I've seen it help so many, both when it comes to their health and when it comes to their finances. Because I can tell you, since January, our life has exploded in so many ways. And I can tell you, I have walked through hard with no money, AKA $42 in our bank account at one point. And I've walked through hard with some, and it makes a difference. It really, really does. And bottom line, all money does is it accentuates what's already there. What you do with a little is what you're going to do with a lot. But if this is something where you're like, oh, $500 a month would make a huge difference for our household income, talk to us. We know exactly how to get you there, and it's not as hard as you would think. That would be like 8 customers. Now I'm doing math in my head. I shouldn't do that right now, but we can talk about it. So anyways, get back with Bethany, let her know where you're at, because you're going to be in one of 3 places. You're going to be somebody that's like, no, thank you, not interested. That's okay. Tell her. Or you're going to be like, I have questions. That's what we're here for. Get those questions answered. Or you're like, hey, I'm ready to get started, whether that's as a customer or a consultant. Just let her know where that is, so that she's not driving you crazy, because she thought of you for a reason. She loves you. She cares about you. And this could be something huge for your life, whether that is from the product side or from another stream of income. So thank you for being on. I hope you have a wonderful night.